I maybe liked her energy, her spontaneity, vivacity, dynamism, excitement. Those are all my favorite parts of Kristy. Yet at other times, this impulsiveness, hastiness, rashness is tricky. It can be like a fireworks show. Exciting, colorful, and then you walk around picking up the pieces. And Leanne, turns out that ChatGPT can write a comedy and we got Steven, who, this came up actually earlier, that Kristy's got a habit of collecting, like, husbands. And so she's got, like, a karaoke husband, and she's got, like, a work husband, and, like, a best friend husband, and kind of going along with that. Hey, Megan, how's it going? I can confirm that Kristy actually has a real fascination with, like, polygamy and open relationships, non-monogamy. I'm sure she'd love to have all her needs met. But to any marriage traditionalists out there, anybody offended on behalf of the sanctity of marriage, just to allay those fears, Kristy's biggest desires is for somebody to get her a new cup of coffee, or to go get her glasses, which she left upstairs.
Husband!
I don't have that much to say because I'm used to Kristy talking for me. So as you guys probably know, Kristy has to be the prettiest girl in the room. And that's why she works from home.
Just walk away, we're done. Done here.
So I'm her second husband. I have to deal with all the bullshit she has without the sex.
Now, some of you may or may not know this. I actually work for Kristy. I do some, well, work is a very generous term. But you'll come to realize that it actually makes sense why I work for Kristy, because she's so fond of telling me that I'm wrong all the time that I figured I might as well get paid for it. Another thing that I would love to admit to is that I do really admire the relationship that you and Rob have. I don't think off the top of my head that I've seen a couple who've been together for as long as you have that have so many shared viewpoints about the world. Admittedly, that's because you tell him what his viewpoints about the world are, but who's counting, right?
And so speaking of neighbors, yes, Kristy, Rob, and I, we are neighbors. In fact, we're such close neighbors that we share a wall with them. Yeah, but I was, we bought this place a few years ago, and it was during the pandemic, but it was this funny little wall, and I was like, wow, why did we get this place, like, for such a good deal? It was really bizarre. It stayed on the market for a long time. We looked at a whole bunch of things. They all got caught up before I could even put an offer. We put in like 3 offers, and each time lower. And actually, the funny thing is that we were neighbors before.
Yes, that's right.
But it took us about 5 years to decide that we wanted to be neighbors again. So, there's that. The other thing that I really like about Kristy is I really like Rob.
Rob is such a great guy. A real Father Teresa. Did you know? Did you know that on top of his full-time job teaching kids, he does at least 30 to 40 hours per week of charity work? Yeah, it's called marriage. Cooking, cleaning, earning, raising 2 kids, all to support Kristy's karaoke and vodka soda habit. What a saint!
So in the last 10 years I've been doing her hair. In total, I think I've completed probably about 50 or 60 cuts and dyes. But in all that time, I have only finished 3 or 4 sentences. Because she just won't stop talking. But this is just another reason that I know all her secrets.
It's true that her clients really love her, and she works herself too hard, long into the night. Except on karaoke night on Rusty's on Thursdays, Baselines on Wednesdays, the Legion on Mondays, and all weekend long, anywhere else she can find a filthy pub, as long as she's not at home being a responsible parent.
So I've noticed, I think probably the longest. I've been
Yes,
this 2 years.
longest here.
We've lasted because Kristy is the type of girl who is designed to be taken care of by gay men. She only talks about herself, and then it's our job to listen, because we can. And then we go like, oh, you got this. Like, we just nod, like, yeah. Oh, you deserve better. You know, these kind of taglines is the most amount of talking we're supposed to be doing. I do remember that when I came out, she was mad at me for not coming out to her first. And sat me down and she was really mad. She wasn't really concerned that I had come out. She was just mad that she didn't know before someone else did.
You like your stuff, because you don't understand, is like, I got to have her wardrobe in high school, but I had to beg. And then I could only wear it if it didn't look good on her.
Kristy and I became drinking buddies. She became the only person in my life to intensely bully me for not playing board games right. It was great. I've never cried so much over Yahtzee before. The faces on my Guess Who set are no longer legible due to all the tear stains.